Alright, hey guys, I'm going to teach you how to do 360s today. If you feel like you've already seen this video, if you're one of the 15 people that watched the first upload, just ignore this. I'm remaking the video. The first one had bad audio. So, I'm using the RX-7, MMIA RX-7. Here's my setup. 512 horsepower, you know, nothing crazy. If you want to copy this over, that's completely up to you. You can. High RPM turbo. You know, racing everything. Here's my transmission. You probably won't be able to replicate this exactly, but you get it close. Do whatever you want, and I can tell you how to live your life. That's done. Comfort hard tires. Make sure you're using those. Make sure you know how to drift with those, and you're good at drifting with those. If you can't do that already, start there. You're on the wrong video. Let's go. So basically the first step to doing a 360 is you have to have a lot of wheel speed, because when you do the 360 you lose a lot of your momentum and you'll just grip right back up and you won't be able to control the car because it'll want to snap around on you. So you got to keep the ass end nice and loose. So you notice I'm full throttle, you know, I'm just doing the Saudi drift thing, and then when I want to do a 360 I just let go and then catch it. I kept full throttle the whole time. This tune will allow this car to do that. That's just the way I have it set up. This is the easiest car in the game that I've found to do 360s with. You can do it with any rear-wheel drive street car, you know. If you've got some crazy, you know, race car, it's probably not going to work very well. But street cars, I found that this is the easiest car to do this with. It's like the most well-balanced. But here, I'm not touching the steering. Now I'm turning left a little bit. I fucked up the exit, but I'll do it again into this next corner. So if you notice, I'm on the outside, I'm on the left side of the track. Hold on, I'm really bad at talking and doing, oh my god. So I go all the way to the right, I 360, and it spits me out on the left side. So you basically want to enter your turn at the opposite side of the track of what you normally would when you're drifting. But like if you just want to do a bunch of 360s in a row, all you have to do is let go of the steering. I'm just full throttle. I'm still not steering. It will go off the track eventually. Now I'll fix it, like I corrected it right there. But letting go. I'm still not, okay, that didn't have enough momentum into it to keep going on itself. That will happen sometimes. But I'm not saying you don't, like you can't touch the steering during the 360, but the easiest way to let the car do it is just let it do it on its own. Once you get used to letting the car, not steering, once you get used to the car doing what it wants, then you can start adding your own steering inputs into the equation and start playing around with it and seeing how the car reacts, and then using that to, you know, do other tricks. So if you notice, I'm always going the opposite way, like it's a right hand turn and I steer to the left to do the 360. That's what I call a normal 360. If I want to do an opposite one like this, I downshifted and then I turned to the right when my car was going backwards. So like if I'll do it again, I'll pick a different turn to do it on. This one's not great to demonstrate. But, wow, I didn't realize how much time I had to kill until I was in another turn. So like the turn one up here, it's a right hand turn. I normally enter it going like this. That's what I call a normal 360. If you want to enter it from the other side, like if I want to go clockwise, I enter on the far right side of the track, come out in the middle, and that gives me enough room to recover the car coming out of the 360. Because the car's going to want to angle across the track again once it snaps out of it. So you need to predict where it's going to do that, otherwise you'll just go flying off the track. That's the harder part about doing them the opposite way. Like I said, this is what I call a normal one. If I want to go an opposite one, I'll do it this way. I'll go in on the right, come in on the inside of the corner, and then I come out onto the outside. if I came out of that 360 on the outside of that corner, then I would have been flying through the grass. So here, let go. I'm not doing anything. And I went a little too fast into that. I can't hear my car right now. I have this game on silent because I don't have headphones. So it's a little hard to do this. But basically you need to do a normal 360, you don't snap into it at the beginning to initiate. To do an opposite 360, I guess I'll call it, you know, you do have to snap into it, and you kind of have to throttle flick into it depending on what speed you're going and how much room you have and how much time you have. So like there, see, it sent me back out in the middle of the track because I started the 360 early enough in the straightaway that I had room to straighten out after it, if that makes sense. So once you get used to just like, here, I'll drift normal for this, the rest of this lap. If you can keep your tires cherry red like this in 5th gear and on the bottom left, keep them both cherry red, keep your wheel speed really high. Like, if I was to go in a straight line, I think top speed right with this setup is 147 miles an hour. So my tires are doing the equivalent of like 120 to 150 miles an hour when I'm doing good, but I can't hear my car right now. See right there, my tires are hauling fucking ass. If you can't drift normally like this, work on being able to do this first before you start doing 360s, and it'll be a lot easier because you get used to how the car just kind of, how it feels, how it slides around. It's not too difficult once you figure out the process. It's just initiating the 360s in the right location so that your momentum carries you out of the 360 in the correct location. It's just predicting different lines. Like I can do one here, come in on the inside of that little straightaway so that I can come back out to the outside over here. If I did that 360 on the outside of that little straightaway in between turns 1 and 2, I would have flown into the sand. But anyway, figured I'd remake this video. I don't have anything else to tell you really, other than if you're having issues keeping yourself centered in the track, like say you're going down the straightaway and you're just chaining 360s, like doing 3, 4, 5 360s back to back to back just for fun in a straight line, but you can't keep yourself from sliding off the edge of the track, the way you correct that is still don't use steering input. It's just when your car is facing the direction that you want it to go, give it full throttle, and when your car isn't facing the direction, when your car is facing the direction you don't want to go, then don't give it throttle. Like here, I'll show you. I'll start this 360 up here. I'll start it off to the side, and then I'll show you how to correct it back to the center of the track without using steering. So here, I'll start doing 360s here. I'm not steering. So if the car's going off to the right, see that? So now, give it full throttle, and then let go. I brought it, I didn't tell you in time, you know, when I said I was doing it, it wasn't in time with when I did it, because I'm fucking retarded, but it's what it is. So, rewatch the video, look at my throttle input down on the bottom right to see what I'm doing when I'm doing it for the more complicated stuff. Like, I went into that turn too fast because I still can't hear my fucking car. But I'm ending this video. If you got any more questions, leave a comment down below. See you guys later. Bye.